You know what that means. Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. We're starting off nice and early today. It's currently 7:17 a.m. and welcome to Bareface Mo. This was a requested video, so I want to say thank you very much. I like the idea of comparing them like this, you know, like a full-on side-by-side. So, the two foundations that are going up against each other are MER and Sicily. This Sisley, I do have a dedicated video where I tried this only along with its powders, so I'll link that if you want to check it out. And MER, this is something I have used for a while, and this is actually a repurchased bottle that I purchased not too long ago in one of my hauls. So I'm going to be wearing them both all day. I'm going to be doing my normal check-ins, and then we'll talk about everything at the end. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with my application, and then we'll get into some details on both products. So, come on, let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to prime as I normally would. I just did my morning skincare, and I did add one new thing. Not saying you need this to make these foundations look great, but it's just something I've been trying out, and I do like it. It's this Sicily Globo Perfect Pore Minimizer Refining Smoothing Concentrate. I don't have large pores, but I noticed that when I put it just here where I would have a little bit of texture, it does smooth things out nicely. So this is the only new thing in my skincare routine. But I am going to follow up with my primer. My favorite primer, this is the primer I use with all my foundations. And all the foundations I have been testing out. So I'm going to prime. I like to let this primer sit so that it can get a little bit more tacky. In that time, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. Alright, and usually the time it takes me to do my eyebrows is pretty sufficient amount of time for the primer to get nice and tacky. I'm going to go ahead with my normal methods of application for both foundations. And we'll start off with Sicily. The thing that I noticed with this little guy is you need to shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. And even when I shake it till I'm blue in the face, there's still a lot of marbling. So I'm not sure if that's normal. If you guys know, please tell me. You can see you can see here still a lot of marbling. So I don't know if you can hear that. It really hasn't affected how it performs or how it wears or the color, so I guess that's normal. But Sicily, I'm gonna just take a pump. This is my skin. We do have a little something going on, just a little bit. It's kind of been behaving. There's a little. And I'm not color correcting today, so we can see the true coverage and performance of the products. So that is what my first application looks like, just blended with my fingers. I now go in with a little more product and my sponge. And this time I more target where it needs coverage. And then blend it. Alright, so that's what we look like now with that second application, and I blended it with my sponge. So moving on to MER on my left, your right. I'm going to shake the bottle as well, and we're going to do the exact same method of application. I'm going to do one pump. So for both foundations, there are times where I just stop here. I use my hands, blend it in, and I'm done. But today I want to just share how they build and give a little more coverage than a everyday light foundation. Sisley, yeah. I'm going to go ahead now and just build a little bit more and blend it with my sponge. I'm just going to flip it over to the clean side. So we have Sicily on this side and MER on this side. Going to go in with a little concealer. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Accomplice Concealer, this one. Going in with the shade Tan 40, and I like to just take a little on my ring finger. I think you guys are on to me now. You know I'm going for a very easy, daytime, skin-like, fresh makeup look. I do have an appointment, so I don't want to have too much going on. I just want to look put together. Guess what? I'm actually giving my La Prairie Skincare VR powder a break. Can you believe it? So I'm just I'm gonna set my under eyes with the Marc Jacobs Finish Line Perfecting Coconut Setting Powder. This concealer and this powder work so well together. For the rest of my face, I'm gonna use the Sisley Loose Face Powder. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one doesn't have a sifter or anything, so it's a little more messy. So here is everything set. I did use that Sisley powder on both sides. And here we are. I went ahead and did some bronzer, some blush, a little highlight, and I am wearing my new Lily lashes. These are the Light Minks. I kind of wanted a new pair of everyday lashes, royalty. And I'm still using the Lily Lashes, the mascara. I did do a video on it if you want to check it out. I'll link it up in the cards and down in the description box. But I have to say, products layered well over both foundations. And I do love the finish of both. So I'm going to go ahead and get my day started. And then I'll come back at the end of the day and we'll talk. We'll see who wore better. See you in a little bit. Hi! It has been a day. It has been quite a hectic day, but I cannot complain because I finally got my nails done. So, I'm glad. So, hectic day, but here we are. It is currently 7:18 p.m. And yeah, this is how we're looking so far. We have Sisley on this side and MER on this side. So I am going to touch up because it's time. I'm going to be using the Sisley Blur Expert Perfecting Smoothing Powder. This is the same powder I used in the Sisley Foundation video. Just taking my MER the powder brush. And let's start on the Sisley side. I just kind of go all over with it. With both of these foundations, I've noticed throughout the day that the longer they're on, the better they look. They don't start to look greasy and heavy and makeup like. They just look nice. They look like evened out skin, which I like a lot. So I powdered lightly the Sicily side. Looks nice and refreshed. I'm going to go ahead and do the same for the MER side. And I'm just sharing what I would normally do. I mean, I have had this foundation on all day, so it's time for just a little refreshing. So here we are. MER side, Sisley side. Let me refresh my other products. I have been wearing and really liking these glosses from Tom Ford. This is the one in Inhibition. They're very comfortable. They're not sticky. I definitely want more. I don't need more, but I want more. It's one of those situations. And I am going to refresh my brows just with a little clear brow gel. So, here we are. I still think it looks good and it's still feeling nice. So I will continue wearing the foundation for the rest of my evening, and I will come back and share how everything looks before the end of the night for me here. Again, it is now 7:22. So give it a few more hours. I'll see you in a little bit. I have my notes. You know what that means. I want to quickly just go over a few different things with each foundation. So let's start off with Sisley, since she's the new kid on the block. It comes in 13 different shades. You're getting 1 fluid ounce. Retails for $95. We have 2 different shade tones. We have cool/rosy or beige/warm. I fall under the beige warm undertone category, hence my shade 4+ Toffee. The correct name, and please forgive me if I don't pronounce it correctly, Sisley Phyto-Teint Ultra Eclat. This is a radiance boosting foundation. It's of medium to buildable coverage. It has a natural velvety finish. Boosting, it's long lasting, it's anti-pollution, and it's oil-free. Now, it has 2 interesting ingredients that I want to share with you quickly. And again, if you want a more in-depth review on this foundation solely, I will leave it linked down below in the description box, and I will also put it up in the cards. But the buckwheat seed extract, it acts as an anti-pollution shield. I kind of like when products that we're going to be having sitting on our face for hours at a time come with a little extra. And I don't mind paying for that little extra something. And that's one of them. And then the other one, the mallow and gardenia flower for hydration, I think was another great feature. This foundation is a makeup with botanical extracts, which I think is nice. Now, this foundation does have a scent. It is a soft scent. It is a pleasant scent, but I will have to say that if you are one that's particular to scents in your foundations or sensitive to scents, I don't think you'll like it that much. It's not something that lingers around, but it is something that's there. Now, very quickly, I will share my thoughts on the Sisley now that I've given you my little bullet points on the actual product. Now, the Sisley, it is definitely more radiance boosting, but it's not a full-on dewy, super glow kind of product, and I think that's why it works for my skin type. This area of my skin, like my outer perimeter and cheek area, are my more normal to dry areas on my face, and I have to say that with this foundation's claim of being radiance boosting, it gives you a very natural, healthy glow. Sometimes hearing radiance boosting, you're going to think, oh my goodness, it's dewy, it's shiny. But I want to say, with my skin type, I have found it to be very pleasant and very easy to wear. I like the skin-like finish to it very much. It's nice for the daily, want to look fresh and put together. Now let's talk coverage. This is my Sisley side, and I do have imperfections. But I'm very comfortable with the coverage that I get. It is a light to medium coverage, but I like that I can kind of focus where I need it and leave everywhere else very light and natural. So just let my skin shine through. And I feel very confident, very comfortable wearing this foundation often. I'm sure we can all relate to this. We have foundations for different days, different things, different moods, different events. This is geared towards my everyday, easy, wear and go. Just slap it on with my fingers, be happy, feel good, look put together. And I think that's why I was so happy to test it out against or with, because I don't want to say against, because I feel like they're battling, and I don't think these two need to battle. They have a fair place in my heart. Now, the claim of being long-lasting, let's touch on that very quickly. When I do wear this foundation, it is a foundation I plan on wearing all day. So we're talking from give or take 6:37, maybe 8 in the morning at my starting point, and typically 8, 9, maybe 10 p.m. So that's a full day wear for me, usually on a usual day. I have to say it does wear throughout that whole day. I don't have issues. The only little thing to point out for me, I do have smile lines, and in those smile lines is where I'll see just a smidge of it separating, but that is very normal for a product. It is going to separate if it's broken. It's pretty much separated into a line. It's falling into a line. It's not going to be smooth. It's going to in a line. So that's pretty normal for me. That is an easy fix for me though. I just use the Sicily Blur Expert Perfecting Smoothing Powder. This one. And it does a great job just kind of touching up the area and along with the rest of my face where I feel it needs it. This is a nice powder. It's blurring. It's a great touch-up powder. It smooths. It doesn't make you matte. It just kind of refreshes everything. Now, it's not a happy topic to discuss, but I do want to at least acknowledge the fact that they are trying when it comes to shade range. For the longest time, I remember seeing these beautiful high-end foundations when I would go to Nordstrom or Neiman's or Saks, and you would kind of just stay away because for what? They're not going to have anything for you. But it's really nice now to see, even for me, I had a hard time because I had picked another shade. It was too dark, and there were more after that. Yes, it's not there yet, and I feel they have the money to invest more and expand the shade range more. But for now, I think it was a good start. He's not letting me be great. Okay, are you happy now? You see yourself, handsome? Huh, Donatello? Okay. Can I finish my video? You say hi to Mama's friends? Alright, let's quickly move on to La Mer. This is La Mer's Soft Fluid Long Wearing Foundation. And we have an SPF of 20. This also is a 1 ounce foundation and the retail is $120. La Mer is also a hydrating. It's got the buildable medium coverage. And as we all know, La Mer's famous Miracle Broth is in this foundation. And it does great in humidity. And I can like hold that forever and always. I live in Florida. And if you know anything about Florida, Florida's hot is a different type of hot. Florida's hot is like you want to melt. The humidity is different here. Anywho, it refines the look of skin, it smooths pores and imperfections, and it enhances natural beauty. Yes, yes. The La Mer I find to have a more true to natural finish. The thing I notice with La Mer is the more it's worn on your skin, the more it melds with your oils and your body heat, it just starts to look better. Now, the La Mer I do find to be a true medium to buildable coverage. I most often can go in with just one pump on my fingers all over and be completely confident to walk out the door and feel good. I do love when I more so build it up to more glam. It does hold a nice, strong, medium coverage. Covers all the imperfections. It still looks like skin, and it wears for hours. Beautifully, naturally, and it still looks good at the end of the night. So, want to know what I think? I enjoyed both of them very, very much. I enjoyed the fact that they wore all day, especially through today, which was a hectic day for me. Products layered over both of them very, very, very well. I'm very comfortable with my methods of application. I've kind of found the perfect ones where I just do a little bit of hands or sponge or both. If you want more coverage, definitely go with your brush. For me, with my experience, I think the La Mer gives you just a little bit more coverage. The Sisley, you're getting coverage, but the La Mer just gives you a little bit more. And also, I'm very happy to say that La Mer's shade range is a little bit better. They have 28 shades now, and they only have 13. I like that each one has its own little extra added ingredient from the company. This one's more botanical. This one's more that world famous broth. So, if you had to choose of the two, who would you choose? Sicily or La Mer? Thanks for hanging out today, guys. I had a lot of fun playing with these two foundations. I love that all of these foundations are coming out. It gives me an excuse to try them all. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Stay beautiful, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.